كتاب اللغة الإنجليزية الثالث ثانوي الأدبي. كتاب الطالب Student Book. الوحدة الثانية بعنوان Natural World. الدرس الخامس بعنوان A World of Plants من الصفحة 40 حتى الصفحة 45. تقدمت مبادرة الضوء بصوت منصور. A World of Plants Unit 5 Module 2 Natural World. Grammar. Explaining possibilities. Must be, can't be, might have been, etc. Vocabulary. Things that grow. Adjectives and prepositions. A sample account of a visit. Listening. Listening for just and detailed information. Speaking. Discussing photographs. Writing. An account of a visit. Discuss. Read the article on the Eden project below. A whole planet under glass. The Eden project, which opened in the year 2000, is a living plant museum in the countryside in the southwest of England. It is a very popular attraction and millions of visitors come every year to see plants from all over the world growing in this special environment. Some plants grow outside, but many are in specially built domes called biomes, where the temperature and humidity are carefully controlled. The biomes are like giant greenhouses, and one, the humid tropics biome, is the largest greenhouse in the world. It is over 55 meters high and 200 meters long, and contains many thousands of exotic plants not found in England. One of the purposes of the project is to show how dependent human beings are on plants and to educate people on the importance of preserving our natural environment. Aside from the plant life, the Eden project has fascinating interactive exhibits for people of all ages. Many of the visitors are groups of school children, and the Eden project combines educational value with scientific interest and a huge variety of spectacular plant life. ننتقل الآن إلى حل التمارين. A. What is special about the Eden project? It is a museum of living plants. Or unusual. B. How do you evaluate the purpose of the project? Students' own answers. C. Who visits the Eden project? Why? People visit from all over the world. Students' own answers. D. Would you like to visit the Eden project? Why? Students' own answers. E. What attracts your attention in these two pictures? لدينا هنا صورة The Eden project وأيضا صورة ل Humid Tropics Biome. Suggested answers. The big blue domes, the people inside them, the exotic looking plants. F. What does the word it, line 8, in bold, in the text above, refer to? نعيد قراءة الجملة. It is over 55 meters high and 200 meters long. It refers to the humid tropics biome. G. What educational uses could the Adam project serve? Suggested answers. Educate the public about the importance of preserving the natural environment for people to learn about a wide variety of plant species. لدينا التمارين 2, 4, 5 هي تمارين listening أو استماع. Exercise 3. Match the words below with their meanings. Use a dictionary to help you check your answers. لدينا مجموعة من الكلمات ويجب وصل كل كلمة بمعناها الصحيح. Environmentalist. The answer. Someone who tries to protect the environment. Exotic. Unusual. Foreign. Protect. To stop harm or damage. Temperate. Not too hot or too cold. Waterfall. A flow of water from a river or stream falling from a high. Think and speak. Discuss the following question in pairs or groups. The article says that one of the purposes of the project is to show how dependent human beings are on educate people on the importance of preserving our natural environment. How and why do you think human beings are dependent on plants? Human beings are dependent on plants in the following ways. For food and drink, for example, fruit and vegetables, tea, fruit juice. For materials and clothing, for example, cotton and linen. For medicines, many drugs are made from plant extracts. For building materials, wood. For the production of oxygen and the removal and storage of carbon dioxide. For fuel, wood, charcoal, coal, oil, and gas are all plant products. Vocabulary. Match these words for things that grow with the illustrations. Aubergine. Banana. Carrot. Corn. Fig. Peanuts. Pineapple. Potato. Rice. Tomato. I. Aubergine. باذنجان. D. Banana. موز. H. Carrot. جزر. C. Corn. ذرة. A. Fig. تين. E. Peanuts. G. Pineapple. Ananas. F. Potato. بطاطا. B. Rice. أرز. J. Tomato. طماطم. 2. Where do these things grow? On a tree, on a plant, or bush, or the ground or under the ground. Complete the diagram adding words from the list in exercise 1 in the correct place. On a tree. Fig. Banana. Pineapple. On a plant or bush. Aubergine. tomato, corn. On the ground, rice. Under the ground, potato, carrot, peanuts. Adjectives plus prepositions. Complete these sentences with the correct prepositions from the list. You will need to use some prepositions more than once. املأ الفراغات بواسطة الأدوات التالية. For, from, in, of, on, with. سأقوم بقراءة الجمل ومن ثم وضع كلمة space أي فراغ مكان كل فراغ يرد في الجملة. A. Human beings are dependent, space, plants. Human beings are dependent on plants. B. While she was at the Eden project, one girl became very interested, space, biology. While she was at the Eden project, one girl became very interested in biology. C. I've never been keen, space, museums. I've never been keen on museums. D. A normal museum. The Eden project is quite different from a normal museum. E. On wet days, the biomes are full, space, visitors sheltering from the rain. On wet days, the biomes are full of visitors sheltering from the rain. F. Visiting the Eden project makes you aware, space, the importance of plants. Visiting the Eden project makes you aware of the importance of plants. G. The Eden project is particularly famous, space, its huge biomes. The Eden project is particularly famous for its huge biomes. H. It's expensive to get into the Eden project, but we were very satisfied, space, our visit. It's expensive to get into the Eden project, but we were very satisfied with our visit. Grammar. Explaining possibilities. Activity book. Grammar file, page 85. 1. What are the differences in meaning between these pairs of sentences? Match these sentences in each pair with one of the meanings given. لدينا في كل مرة جملتان ويجب أن نصل كل جملة بمعناها الصحيح. سأقوم بقراءة كل جملة ثم معناها الصحيح. A. It can't be an interesting place to work. You feel sure it isn't. It must be an interesting place to work. You feel sure it is. The crowds might have spoiled it for me. You think it was possible in the past. The crowds might spoil it for me. You think it is possible in the future. Some people might have come from Africa. You think it was possible. Some people must have come from Africa. You feel sure it was possible. 2. Pairs. Look at the photo and say what you think happened just before and just after the photo was taken. Make sentences using must have or can't have if you feel sure that something happened, and might have if you are not sure. يظهر في الصورة شخص ضائع. He must have got lost, or he might have asked for help. The answer: he must have fallen. He might have hurt himself. He might have had an important phone call. He can't have wanted to sit down in the snow. He must have been walking because he's wearing boots. He might have been going to work because of his suit. His car might have broken down. He might have fallen off his bike, etc. Bike, etc. Speaking. Discussing photographs. Discuss. 1. Look at the photographs and discuss these questions in pairs. We have a photo of the Sphinx in Egypt and a photo of al-Tuyur in Syria. Why do people visit the places you see in the photographs? What can they see and do there? For tourism, to look at and learn about these world-famous sites. Which of the places in the photos would you most like to visit? Why? Students' own answers. What was the last place you visited? Did you enjoy your visit? What did you learn? What did you learn from your visit? Students' own answers. Read and analyze. 2. As you read this sample account of a visit, make a list of the positive and negative points. Our visit to Abamia. Ahmed and I just got home from a 2-day visit to Abamia. It was only a short visit, but I will remember it forever. Abamia is an ancient site on the bank of the Orange River. There are extensive ruins which tourists can walk around and where they can learn about many different civilizations. We arrived on Tuesday evening, and the first thing we did was set up our camp. The sky was very clear, and we could see. The next morning was very hot, but we visited the Roman city. There were enormous columns and high walls which I thought were amazing, and we climbed up the hill to the medieval citadel. I didn't think the ruins were as interesting, but the views from the top were incredible, and we could see a long way across Syria. As the sun went down over the plain, we saw the buildings change color from dark red to pink and purple. It was an amazing sight I will never forget. Positive. Impressive. Roman ruins. Clear sky. View of sunset. Negative. Lack of time. Very hot. Task. You are going to write an account of a visit. Read the account again and make 2 lists. Facts about Abamia. Abamia is an ancient site on the bank of the Orange River. The writer's opinion of the visit. I didn't think the ruins were as interesting. Facts. Extensive ancient ruins. Enormous columns. Very hot weather. Views across Syria. Opinions. Thought were amazing. Not as interesting. Incredible views from the top. An amazing views from the top. An amazing sight. Planning and writing. Plan your own account of the visit you made. Choose a visit to a tourist site in Syria that you remember well. Make a note of facts about the place and your opinions of your visit. Think about these aspects of the visit: the place itself, its purpose, what you did, the weather conditions, what you saw, what you did. Make a paragraph plan, starting a new paragraph for each new stage or aspect of the visit. Write your account in 100 to 120 words. Use ideas from the sample account and expressions from the useful language box below. Check. When you have finished writing carefully, check spelling, grammar, and punctuation. Exchange accounts with a partner. As you read what your partner has written, ask yourself these questions. What have I found about the place he or she visited? Has he or she included some interesting facts? Do I know what he or she thought or felt about the visit? Return your partner's letter and exchange thoughts and ideas. You could ask each other questions. Useful language. Time expressions. We arrived on day, at, time. The next day, that same day, evening. The first thing we or I did or saw was expressing opinions. It felt like, for me, the best or the worst thing was, I didn't know what to expect. What surprised me was, remembering. I'll remember forever. I'll never forget. Quote, a man doesn't plant a tree for himself. He plants it for posterity.